Alright, all systems loaded, hopefully. What is up, everybody? Welcome to ZTV Presents. I am your host, as always, Paiper Zombie, and I have missed you all. I haven't seen you in such a long time, but you know, creators like myself, we try and figure out the trends. And sometimes trends change. Trends aren't like they used to be back in the day, where you used to go to watch somebody's channel because it was something that was pre-produced. Nowadays, everybody wants live streams, so I kept saying I wouldn't do it, and I wouldn't do it, and I wouldn't do it, but I'ma go ahead and do it. So I hope you guys will all join me in celebrating 25 subscribers. I know I got 27 now, but I'm saying 25 because back in the day, like, remember, I know you guys don't know, but I've been around since YouTube came about. So I remember when 25 subscribers was good. Like, nowadays, people look at 25 subscribers and they're like, really? Really? 25? Try again, man. So, on that note, we're going to go ahead and get into what we're going to do for this first 25 subscriber special. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take a look at a movie tonight. And guess what movie we're going to take a look at? The movie that defined zombies and we're talking from video games like Resident Evil all the way down to Walking Dead. So without further ado, let me go ahead and present the original Night of the Living Dead. And for all of you in chat, please feel free to jump in and say something if you want. Here we go. Oh, and with me, I'm gonna have some crews. Some of my people from Raven's Nest Entertainment. You'll probably hear them in the background. I'm gonna have Old Crow from Raven's Nest Entertainment, and I may have a couple of others. I'll introduce them as they come in. Crow, you there?
I am.
Right on. All right, let's watch this movie, man. When's the last time you watched this?
Oh God. It was back in Bakersfield.
Yeah. Hey, Princess, how you doing? Good to see you watching. Nah, man, like, I think that's about the same time I saw it.
I think it was with you that I saw it.
Yeah, I think that's the last time I saw it too. That looks dangerous.
Driving a movie. I forgot how long this opening sequence was.
They ought to make
Just
the day
driving.
the time changes the first day of summer.
What?
Well, it's 8 o'clock and it's
Yo,
still
how's the
light.
audio? Is it good?
A lot of good the extra
Yeah,
daylight
it's
does
good.
us.
Okay.
Now, we've still got a 3-hour drive back. We're not going to be home until after midnight.
Well, if it really bugged you, Johnny, you wouldn't do it.
You think I want to blow Sunday on a scene like this? You know, I figure we're either going to have to move Mother out here or move the grave into Pittsburgh.
She can't make a trip like this.
Oh, you know that she can't. Is there any of that candy left?
I don't know who Sunday is, but why is he blowing
No.
this person?
Look at this thing. We still remember. I don't. You know, I don't even remember what the man looks like.
Johnny, it takes you 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes to put the wreath on the grave and 6 hours to drive back and forth. Mother wants to remember, so we trot 200 miles into the country and she stays at home.
Well, we're here, John, all right?
Wow.
Test. We're back on? Oh. Ladies and
Hey,
gentlemen, we're coming back on the air after an interruption due to technical problem.
Mama was like, go put these flowers on this grave. Both of y'all.
There's nothing wrong with the radio. Must have been the station.
Which row is it in?
How many times have you been here, lady, and you don't remember which row your dad's gravestone is?
Well, there's no one around.
Well, it's late. If you'd gotten
That's
up
why they got
earlier-
left
Oh,
out.
look, I already lost
Right.
an hour's sleep when the time changed.
I think you complain just to hear yourself talk. There it is.
Sick burn.
I wonder what happened to the one from last year. Each year we spend good money on these things. We come out here and the one from last year's gone.
Well, the flowers die, and the caretaker or somebody
know.
takes them away.
Probably rotted away.
Yeah, a little spit and polish. You can clean this up. Sell it next year.
Yeah, they don't leave them
Wonder
there
how many
forever,
times we bought the
dumbass.
same one.
Don't speak logic. It doesn't make sense.
Hey, come on, Barb. Church was this morning, huh?
I love these old school affairs, like how you don't even see no rain, but you see the thunder first.
Hey, I mean,
He's putting on
praying's
his
for
murdering
church,
gloves.
huh? Come on.
Okay.
I haven't seen you in church lately.
I
Well,
killed her. I won't have to drive out here
not
with my
much sense
sister
in my
anymore.
going to church. Do you remember one
Like,
time when
dudes
we were
haven't
small,
put on
we were out
driving
here?
gloves since those times.
It was from right over there. I jumped out at
I know,
you
it's like
from
he thinks
behind
he's
the
Speed
tree,
Racer
and
or
Grandpa
something.
got all excited. He
Right.
shook his fist at me and he said, "Boy, you be them to hell." Remember that? Right over there. Well, you used to really be scared here.
Johnny,
You're still afraid.
stop it now. I mean it.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Stop it. You're
Oh,
ignorant.
come on. My Jewish
They're
voice
coming
wasn't
for
that
you,
bad.
Barbara.
Stop it. You're acting like a child.
They're coming for you. Look,
See, now
there
this
comes
is
one of them
where
now.
Walking Dead gets
He'll hear
how
you.
they just
Here
walk
he
up
comes
from out of
now.
nowhere.
I'm getting out of here.
Johnny. Oh, no! No! Johnny! Help
Oh shit, I was just kidding, Barbara. I didn't think he was really coming to get you.
Okay, girl, help him. Shoot, do something.
Come on, DDT his ass.
She trying to use telepathy, but her skills are not strong enough.
No, not my glasses.
Brains.
I'm coming to get you, Barbara.
Oh, yes, he is. He's gonna get her.
This actually kind of reminds me of a Kids in the Hall sketch where they're running from zombies, and the zombies they're doing the slow walk thing, but as they're walking, the zombies are just going like they're actually saying that out loud. And the woman stops like 15 times along the way to like repeatedly take off her shoes and throw them at the zombies.
Dude, check it out. Are you noticing this? Okay, we need to take it back. George Romero did use active zombies.
Hello.
Like, this zombie is like Mr. X.
Okay, we'll be down in a moment.
We have to take it back. George Romero did invent Rager zombies too. Or Crimson Heads.
I'll be right back. Robin's mom is here.
Hi.
And then, actually, I'm going to take my walk after that. So I'll be back in like 20 to 30 minutes.
Alright.
Thanks, bye.
Zombie. Gasoline Girl or The House. Which one you want? I play way too much Friday the 13th. He is far away. Run. Run. Thank you, Lord. Somebody please save her. I love this lighting. That's hot. They don't do this a lot anymore in films, where you do like lighting and stuff to emphasize certain things, to create mood. Like, they don't do that no more, man. I miss it. That's what I'm talking about. She gonna stab somebody. Yes, victims do know how to pick up weapons and use them right. Alright, we're gonna excuse the fact that there is no way she could have saw him out that window. We're just gonna excuse that. Excuse it. going from day to night. We're just gonna shut up and keep it moving. I am not trying to be racist. See, that's what I'm talking about, girl. Run. Get out.
It's all right.
That's what we call a twist.
Don't worry about him. I can handle him. Probably be a lot more of them as soon as they find out about us. The truck is out of gas. This pump out here is locked. Is there a key? We can try to get out here if we can get some gas. Is there a key? I suppose you've tried this.
I do apologize that you guys can't see the chat, but there is chat going on.
Do you live here?
Dude, take a weapon. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Take a weapon.
Jesus.
He said nope. See, that's how we react to that type of thing. Black people, we already know. We see something like that. No, I'm not trying to go
We
upstairs.
have to get where there's some other people.
I'm not
Maybe
ready
better
for
take
that.
some
That's
food.
too much power.
I'll see if I can find some food.
For all of you about to clown that poor girl for overreacting to that blood, remember this film was made in the 1960s.
Oh, you think it's happening?
What's happening?
Two of them.
George Romero made zombies that were smart enough to know how to break lights on a car.
There are two of them out there. Have you
Yes.
seen any more around here? I can take care of those
know.
two.
I
Look,
don't
I know
know.
you're afraid, but we have
I
to.
don't know! I don't know! What's happening?
Left. See, she doesn't even know it's coming. That's that old school horror where she doesn't even know it's coming. She's about to get tore up. But watch her work that knife like nobody's business. And apparently zombies are pretty strong
No,
like
we're in here
him.
now.
We could keep him. He's not dead. Cut off his head.
Don't look at it.
Okay, you all saw those eyes moving, right? Hey, I'm dragging your cousin out here. Come get him. I'm telling you, this is Chris Redfield. This is where they got him from. His archetype. Like, cause this dude, we don't even know who he is, but he came in representing. I'm just saying. Chat what y'all got to say.
Get some more lights on in this house.
Okay, turn on every damn light.
Why don't you see if you can find some wood, some board, something there by the fireplace, something we can nail this place up.
He's like, do something constructive, do this. And she's like, dude, what the hell?
Look, I know you're afraid. I'm afraid too. But we have to try to board the house up together. Now, I'm going to board up the windows and the doors. Do you understand? We'll be all right here. We'll be all right here until someone comes to rescue us. But we'll have to work together. You'll have to help me. Now, I want you to go in and get some wood so I can board the place up. Do you understand? Okay? Okay?
That's what I like about this movie, dude. I haven't seen it in so long, but I remember, like, it's just all broken down to its basic elements. But it works so well, and I like that. This is back in the time where you could use your imagination to do things, and you didn't need special effects to fill it in for you. Although I know some of this is cheesy, but yet and still. Okay, we already know bad things happen when stuff like that takes place. So now we know where that got that from. So what's the film that tried to use that music box as a thing? You know, you owe George Romero some money. I like how she's just trying to hang on. She's just like, what is happening? I'm really trying to keep it together, but you know what? Right now, I just really want to go lay down and pretend that this is all a dream and this is not real. Oh.
Not that strong. Here, I want you to pick out some nails. Pick out the biggest ones you can find. There, this room looks pretty secure. If we have to, we can run in here and board up the doors.
And of course,
Won't
we
be long
know
for this
given
thing
the
be
time
back
frame
pounding their way in here. They're afraid now.
that this movie was made in.
They're afraid of fire. I found that out.
A black man being in the same room with a white woman is also controversial. So,
You know a place back down the road called Beekman's? Beekman's Diner? Anyhow, that's where I found that truck I have out there. There's a radio in the truck. I had jumped in to listen to it when a big gasoline truck came screaming right across the road. But there must have been 10, 15 of those things chasing after it, grabbing and holding on. Now, I didn't see them at first. I could just see that the truck was moving in a funny way. And those things were catching up to it. The truck went right across the road. Slammed on my brakes to keep from hitting it myself. It went right through the guardrail. I guess the driver must have cut off the road into that gas station by Beekman's Diner. It went right through the billboard, ripped over a gas pump, and never stopped moving. By now, it's like a moving bonfire.
I think we've seen that in
Didn't
Resident
know
Evil
if
2.
the truck was going to explode or what. Could still hear the man screaming. This thing is just backing away from it. I looked back at the diner to see if there was anyone there who could help me. It was when I noticed that the entire place had been encircled. There wasn't a sign of life left except by now there were no more screams. I realized that I was alone with 50 or 60 of those things just standing there, staring at me. I started to drive. I just plowed right through them. They didn't move. They didn't run or just stood there staring at me. Just wanted to crush them. They scattered through the air like bugs.
We were riding in the cemetery, Johnny and me. Johnny. We came to put a wreath on my father's grave. Johnny, and he said, "Can I have some candy, Barbara?" We didn't have any. And, oh, it's hot in here. Hot.
I like that scene so much.
And he said, "Oh, "Oh, it's late. Why did we start so late?" And I said, "Johnny, if you'd gotten up earlier, we wouldn't be late." Johnny asked me if I were afraid. And I said, "I'm not afraid, Johnny." And then this man started walking up the road. He came slowly, and Johnny kept teasing me and saying, "He's coming to get you, Barbara." And I laughed at him and said, "Johnny, stop it." And then Johnny ran away. And I went up to this man, and I was going to apologize.
Why don't you just keep calm?
And I looked up, and I said, "Good evening." And he grabbed me. He grabbed me, and he ripped at me. He held me, and he ripped at my clothes.
I think you should just calm down.
Oh, I screamed, "Johnny! Johnny, help me! Oh, help me!" And he wouldn't let me go. He ripped. And then Johnny came and he ran and he fought this man. And I got so afraid. I ran. And Johnny didn't come. We have to wait for Johnny. Maybe we better go out and get him. We have to go out and get Johnny.
Johnny
He's
ain't
out
gone,
there.
honey. Give it up.
Please, don't you hear me? We've got to go out and get him. Please! We have got to go get Johnny! Please
No.
help me! Please!
Every time we go get Johnny,
Don't you know
we
what's
get
going on
shot.
out there? This is no Sunday school picnic.
Don't you understand? My brother is alone!
Your brother is dead.
No! My brother is not dead! Oh. Oh.
He shouldn't have struck her, but oh, he had like a sleep strike. But anyway, I just like that scene. I'm just gonna put this in real quick before they start speaking again. I just like how he got to tell his story, and you don't even know, you don't get flashback scenes or nothing, but you could just see the way that he came in and everything else. Like, you know, he had to be a thug to make some stuff happen. And then she gives her story, but we already saw that, so we already know it. So, you know, that's the type of thing they don't
Because of
do
the
now.
obvious threat to untold numbers of citizens, and because of the crisis which is even now developing, this radio station will remain on the air day and night. This station and hundreds of other radio and TV stations throughout this part of the country are pooling their resources through an emergency network hookup to keep you informed of all developments. At this hour, we repeat, these are the facts as we know them. There is an epidemic of mass murder being committed by a virtual army of unidentified assassins. The murders are taking place in villages, cities, rural homes, and suburbs with no apparent pattern or reason for the slayings. It seems to be a sudden, general explosion of mass homicide. We have some descriptions of the assassins. Eyewitnesses say they are ordinary-looking people. Some say they appear to be in a kind of trance. Others describe them as being so at this point there is no really authentic
Okay, you
way
mean
for us
to
to
tell
say
me
who
you
or
didn't
what to
board
look
that
for
one
and guard
window
yourself
up?
against. Misshapen monsters. Reaction of law enforcement officials is one of complete bewilderment at this hour. So far, we have been unable to determine that any kind of organized investigation is yet underway. Police, sheriff's deputies, and emergency ambulances are literally deluged with calls for help. The scene can best be described as mayhem. Mayors of Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, and Miami, along with the governors of several eastern and midwestern states, have indicated the National Guard may be mobilized at any moment, but that has not happened as yet. The only advice our reporters have been able to get from official sources is for private citizens to stay in their homes.
See, man, this is
behind
why
locked
this
doors.
dude could roll
Do
in
not
my
venture
party
outside
any
for
day
any
of the week.
reason until the nature of this crisis has been what course of action to take. Keep listening to radio and TV for any special instructions as this crisis develops further. Thousands of office and factory workers are being urged to stay at their places of employment, not to make any attempt to get to their homes. However, in spite of this urging and warning, streets and highways are packed with frantic people trying to reach their families or apparently to flee just anywhere. We repeat, the safest course of action at this time is simply to stay where you
I thought he was going to do a little bit more than that.
The president has called a meeting of his cabinet to deal with the sudden epidemic of murder which has seized the eastern third of this nation. The meeting is scheduled to convene within the hour. Members of the presidential cabinet will be joined by officials of the FBI and joint chiefs behind closed doors. The White House spokesman, in announcing this conference,
I thought he was going to do so much more with it. He just was like, yeah, flaming cat, I'm just going to kick it out and then throw this towards like it ain't nothing.
Latest word also from National Press Services in Washington, D.C. now tells us that the emergency presidential conference, which we've just mentioned,
man, you didn't have a strategy, you didn't have nothing, you had like 2 weapons.
That's the extent of this latest bulletin. Repeating,
you had an area of effect weapon and, oh, that's probably bad, but anyway.
All radio and TV stations throughout this part of the country, including the one to which you were listening, have joined their facilities in an emergency network to bring you this news as it develops. We urge you to stay tuned to radio and TV and to stay indoors at all costs. Late reports reaching this newsroom tell of frightened people seeking refuge in churches, schools, and government buildings, demanding shelter and protection from the wholesale murder which apparently is engulfing much of the nation. Law enforcement officials are at a loss to explain or
You just say wholesale murder like that stuff was on sale? Like, really? He's like, man, I done fortified this whole house. I done threw a couch at some zombies and a torch. It was pointless, but anyway, I need to smoke a cigarette. It's been too much. It's too much. Too much. I need to take a knee.
The only clues anyone has of the killers come from frightened witnesses of some of the slayings. These eyewitness accounts variously describe the murderers as ordinary-looking people, misshapen monsters, people who look like they're in a trance, and things that look like people but act like animals. Some eyewitnesses tell of seeing victims who look as though they had been torn apart. This whole ghastly story began developing 2 days ago with the report of the slaying of a family of 7 in their rural home near Gulfport. Since then, reports of such senseless killings began snowballing in a reign of terror which has hopscotched in an erratic, disconnected manner throughout much of the eastern and midwestern United States.
That was a sloppy zoom, but anyway.
Markers on a map seem to indicate a general
So it was like, what is that that it zoomed in on? It was like, it was a gun? I thought that was brass knuckles.
Our newsmen have been on the telephone talking with officials in other cities and have determined that none of this kind of mass murder has yet been reported west of the Mississippi River, except in the extreme southeastern portion of Texas. Similar killings have been reported around the Houston and Galveston areas, but nothing like...
I found a gun and some bullets out there.
It was only late yesterday
Oh,
that
and
it
these.
first became clear we were facing some kind of national emergency. When first reports
Why
began
is she
filtering
giving
in,
him that
these men
there
and
is
law
no
enforcement
Dana, there is
agencies
only
were of the
Zool
opinion
This
look?
place is boarded up pretty solid now.
in nature. However, as these
We ought to be all right here
reports
for a
increased
while.
dramatically, it was soon apparent that
We
this
have the
was
gun
something
and
more than the
bullets,
usual run of lawlessness.
Food and the
Some
radio.
officials began to suspect an obscure kind of conspiracy.
Sooner or later, someone's
Things as
bound to come and get us out.
creatures from outer space. So again, we join with law enforcement agencies in urging you to seek shelter in a building.
But if not, we got guns.
Hey, that's us. We're doing all right.
Cautious of any suspicious strangers, and keep tuned to your radio and television for survival instructions and further details of this continuing story.
Look, I don't know if you're hearing me,
Goes on in the absence of any law.
but I'm going upstairs now.
It's almost as though some critical balance of
If anything should try to break in here, I can hear it from up there, and I'll be down to take care of it.
savage killers. We repeat, this radio station.
Everything is all right for now. I'll be back to reinforce the windows and doors later. But you'll be all right for now, okay? Okay.
Dateline on this report is Cumberland, Maryland. Civil defense officials in Cumberland have told newsmen that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers.
I heard that I'm not going upstairs until the daylight comes. Even though it was day before, but you know, we're not going to discuss that. No, skip that man, like, shoot. Show her face, like, cause you know they like to snap.
Consistent reports from witnesses to the effect that people who acted as though they were in a kind of trance were killing and eating their victims prompted authorities to examine the bodies of some of the victims. Medical authorities in Cumberland have concluded that in all cases, the killers are eating the flesh of the people they murdered. Repeating this latest bulletin just received moments ago from Cumberland, Maryland, civil defense authorities have told newsmen that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers. Medical examination of victims' bodies shows conclusively that the killers are eating the flesh of the people they kill. And so this incredible story becomes more ghastly with each report. It's difficult to imagine such a thing actually happening.
That thing you
These
keep
are the
looking on
reports
that
we have
says
been
Zenith?
receiving and passing on to you. Reports
That's
which have
called a
been
radio.
verified as completely as is possible in this confused
That
situation.
used to be the
It
internet
is
back in the
happening,
day.
and it would appear that no one is safe from this wave of mass murder.
Hold it! Don't shoot! We're from town. A radio.
County, Pennsylvania. The Butler County Sheriff has verified that reports of murder victims being partially eaten by their slayers is true. No further details available at this time. However,
How long you guys been down there? I could use some help up here.
That's the cellar. It's the safest place.
You mean you didn't hear the racket we were making up here?
How are we supposed to know what was going on? Could have been those things for all we knew.
That girl was screaming. Sure, you must know what a girl screaming sounds like. Those things don't make any noise. Anybody would know somebody ever needed help.
Look, it's kind of hard to hear what's going on from down there.
We thought we could hear screams, but for all we knew, that could have meant those things were in the house afterward.
And you wouldn't come up and help?
Well, if there were more...
The racket sounded like the place was being ripped apart. How were we supposed to know what was going on?
Now, wait a minute. You just got finished saying you couldn't hear from down there. Now you say it sounded like the place was being ripped apart. It would be nice if you get your story straight, man.
All right, now you tell me. I'm not going to take that kind of a chance when we got a safe place. We luck into a safe place, and you're telling us we got to risk our lives just because somebody might need help, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
All right, why don't we settle this?
Look, mister, we came up. Okay, we're here. Now I suggest we all go back downstairs before any of those things find out we're in here.
They can't get in here.
Oh, that's too late for that.
Yeah,
They know you're there.
All but a few spots upstairs. They won't be hard to fix.
You're insane. The cellar's the safest place.
I'm telling you, they can't get in here.
And I'm telling you, those things turned over our car. We were damn lucky to get away at all. Now you tell me those things can't get through this lousy pile of wood?
His wife and kids downstairs. The kid's hurt.
Well, I still think we're better off up here.
We could strengthen everything up, Mr. Cooper.
With all of us working, we could fix this place up in no time. We have everything we need up here.
We can take all that stuff downstairs with us. Man, you're really crazy, you know that? You got 1,000,000 windows up here. All these windows, you're gonna make them strong enough to keep these things out, huh?
I told you those things don't have any strength. I smashed 3 of them and pushed another one out the door.
Did you hear me when I told you they turned over our car?
Oh, hell, any good 5 men can do that.
That's my point. Only there's not going to be 5 or even 10. There's going to be 20, 30, maybe 100 of those things. And as soon as they know we're here, this place is going to be crawling with them.
Well, if there are that many, they'll probably get us wherever we are.
Look, the cellar. The cellar, there's only one door, right? Just one door, that's all we have to protect. Tom and I fixed it so it locks and boards from the inside. But up here, all these windows, why, we'd never know where they were going to hit us next.
You got a point, Mr. Cooper. But down in the cellar, there's no place to run to. I mean, if they did get in, there'd be no back exit. We'd be done for. We can get out of here if we have to. And we got windows to see what's going on outside. But down there with no windows, if a rescue party did come, we wouldn't even know it.
But the cellar is the strongest place.
The cellar is a death trap.
I don't know, Mr. Cooper. I think he's right. You know how many's out there?
I don't know. Maybe 6 or 7.
Look, you two can do whatever you like. I'm going back down to the cellar, and you better decide. Because I'm going to board up that door, and I'm not going to unlock it again no matter what happens.
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Cooper.
No, I'm not going to wait. I've made my decision, now you make yours.
Now, wait a minute. Let's think about this. We can make it to the cellar if we have to. And if we do decide to stay down there, we'll need some things from up here. So let's at least consider this a while.
See, now that's the old school way white people cuss each other
You
out.
box yourself in the cellar and those things get in the house, you've had it. At least up here you have a fighting chance.
Yeah, it looks like about 8 or 10 out there now.
There's more than there were. There are a lot out back, too.
It's all right.
We're surrounded. That's what's happening, girl. We need to get weapons. All right. So now we know what this means. Ooh, her booty? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. For everybody, ooh, goodness. I didn't know that was gonna be out there. Anyway, y'all just saw some booty and some titties. So anyway, there it is. Hoorah.
We gotta fix these boards.
You're crazy. Those things are going to be at every window and door in this place. We've got to get down into the cellar.
Go down in your damn cellar. Get out of here!
I'm taking the girl with me.
You leave her here. Keep your hands off her. And everything else that's up here, too. Because if I stay up here, I'm fighting for everything up here. And the radio and the food is part of what I'm fighting for. Now, if you're going down the cellar, get.
The man's insane. He's insane. We've got to have food down there. We've got a right.
This is your house.
We've got a right.
You going down there with him?
Well,
yes or no? This is your last chance. No beating around the bush.
Listen, I got a kid down there. She can't possibly. I couldn't bring her up here. She can't possibly take all the racket and those things smashing through the windows.
Well, you're her father. If you're stupid enough to go die in that trap, that's your business. However, I am not stupid enough to follow you. It is tough for the kid that her old man is so stupid. Now, you get the hell down in the cellar. You can be the boss down there. I'm boss up here.
You just call him dumbass in like 2 sentences.
You know, I won't open this door again. I mean it.
Mr. Cooper,
Stay
with your
down
help, we
there.
could...
With my help.
Let him go, man.
Bye.
Mind is made up. Just let him go.
Wait a minute. Judy, come on up here, honey.
I'll be like, and you know what? We're gonna take any other resources that you got down here. We're gonna bring them up here and make this mess happen.
It's all right, honey. Go ahead.
Other than that, you and your daughter, y'all can chill.
If we stick together, man, we can fix it up real good. There's lots of places we can run to up here. Mr. Cooper, we'd all be a lot better off if all 3 of us were working together.
Hey.
I like that he's really trying
kid.
to just form a union.
He's wrong, you know. I'm not boxing myself in down there.
We repeat, this radio station will remain on the air day and night.
Well, we're safe now. It's boarded up tight.
What about Tom and Judy?
They want to stay up there, let them.
I didn't know your daughter had a wife.
There are
Unless that's
two other
yours.
people upstairs, a man and a girl.
We heard you screaming.
Yeah, but I didn't know who they were, and I wasn't about to take any unnecessary chances.
Of course not, Harry.
Is she all right?
I don't know what it is. She feels warm. Maybe it's shock.
Where'd you get the bandage?
Some laundry in a basket. I tore a sheet.
Let them stay upstairs. Let them. Too many ways those monsters can get in up there. We'll see who's right. We'll see when they come begging me to let them in down here.
That's important, isn't it?
What?
To be right, everybody else to be wrong.
What do you mean by that?
Does anyone up there know why we're being attacked?
Whatever it isn't just happening here. It's some kind of mass murder. It's going on everywhere. The radio said to stay inside.
Radio?
Radio upstairs. I heard a news bulletin.
There's a radio upstairs and you boarded us in down here?
I know what I'm doing.
What did it say?
Nothing. Nothing. They don't know anything yet. There's mass murder everywhere, and people are supposed to look for a safe place to hide.
Take the boards off that door.
We are staying down here, Helen.
Harry, that radio is at least some kind of communication. If the authorities know what's happening, well, they'll send people for us to tell us what to do. How are we going to know what's going on if we lock ourselves in this dungeon?
Don't make me slap you with my purse.
We may not enjoy living together, but dying together isn't going to solve anything. Those people aren't our enemies.
Mr. Cooper! Mr. Cooper, Ben found a television set upstairs.
Let's go up. Tom?
Yeah.
If Judy would come downstairs for a few minutes, Harry and I could come upstairs.
Okay, yeah, right away.
Will you do it?
Do I have to?
Look, honey, nothing's gonna get done with them down there and us up here. Do this for me.
Okay.
Okay, open up.
See, he didn't want to get that purse across his head. Cause that would have been like a sack of like 500 quarters across his brain. See, that's why she is holding it. Cause she is like, I will slap you across your brain with this purse.
Take care of her, Helen.
And it'll make you reconsider our bet.
She's all I have.
Why don't you go upstairs now?
Her brother was killed.
Hey, give me a hand with this thing.
I gotta go help Ben with the television.
Chad, I hope you guys are enjoying. This is a classic film. You can tell she want to look at her and be like, get up and quit acting weak. Ain't nobody got time for that. It's a cigarette. You want one?
Don't be afraid of me. I'm Helen Cooper, Harry's wife.
This place is ridiculous. Look at this. There's a million weak spots up here. Give me one of those.
Her brother was killed.
He was working that match.
And they talk about these windows. I can't see a damn thing. There could be 50 million of those things out there. That's how much good these windows are.
Why don't you do something to help somebody?
Here I have it. Drag a couple of those chairs together.
There's a socket over here.
And she's just putting his business on blast in front of everybody. She's like, you don't do nothing to help anybody.
You better watch this and try to understand what's going on. I don't want anyone's life on my hands.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I don't want to hear any more from you, mister. If you stay up here, you take orders from me. And that includes leaving the girl alone.
It's on, it's on.
There's no sound. Play with the rabbit ears.
Reports, incredible as they seem, are not the results of mass hysteria.
Mass hysteria. What do they think? We're imagining all this?
Shut up! In all parts of the country. The wave of murder which is sweeping the eastern third of the nation is being committed by creatures who feast
And
upon
this
the
is the
flesh
second
of
form
their
of the
victims.
internet.
First eyewitness accounts of this grisly development came from people who were understandably frightened and almost incoherent. Officials and newsmen at first discounted those eyewitness descriptions as being beyond belief. However, the reports persisted. Medical examinations of some of the victims bore out the fact that they had been partially devoured. I think we have some late word just arriving, and I'll interrupt to bring this to you. This is the latest disclosure in a report from National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life and committing acts of murder.
That's clear.
Widespread investigation of reports from funeral homes, morgues, and hospitals has concluded that the unburied dead are coming back to life and seeking human victims. It's hard for us here to believe what we're reporting to you, but it does seem to be a fact.
It is a fact.
When this
Believe it.
emergency first began, radio and television was advising people to stay inside, behind locked doors for safety. Well, that situation has now changed, and we're able to report a definite course of action for you. Civil
We
defense
need-
machinery
how do
has
you-
been
how do we
organized
use weapons?
to provide rescue stations with food, shelter, medical treatment, and protection by armed National Guardsmen. Stay tuned to the broadcasting stations in your local area for this list of rescue stations. This list will be repeated throughout our news coverage. Look for the name of the rescue station nearest you and make your way to that location
Sharon,
as soon as possible.
do that.
So we have that truck. If we can get some gas, we can get out of here.
There's a pump out by the shed.
I know, that's why I pulled in here, but it's locked.
Called this afternoon by the President. Since convening this conference of the Presidential Cabinet, the FBI, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the CIA has not produced any public information. Why are space experts being consulted about an earthbound emergency? Well, so far, all the betting on the answer to that question centers on the recent Explorer satellite shot to Venus. That satellite, you'll recall, started back to Earth, but never got here. That's the space vehicle which orbited Venus and then was purposely destroyed by NASA when scientists discovered it was carrying a mysterious high-level radiation with it. Could that radiation be somehow responsible for the wholesale murders we're now suffering? Newsman Don Quinn in Washington has posed those questions.
It's obvious our best move is to try to get out of here.
How are you going to get over to that pump?
Look.
You're coming from a meeting regarding the explosion of the Venus probe, is that right?
Yes, that was the subject of the meeting.
You feel there is a connection between this and the phenomenon?
There's a definite connection. A definite connection.
In other words, you feel that the radiation on the Venus probe is enough to cause these mutations?
There was a very high degree of radiation.
Well, just a minute. I'm not sure that that's certain at all. I don't think that has been
only logical
irrefutably
explanation that
proved.
we have at this time.
In other words, it is the military's viewpoint that the radiation is not the cause of the mutation.
I can't speak for the entire military at this time, gentlemen.
This seems to
I
be...
must disagree with these gentlemen presently until this is irrefutably proved.
everything is being done that can be done.
We'll have to hurry for our next meeting.
Professor, you feel that there is a definite connection between
definite connection as far as Dr. Keller and myself.
Doctor, please. I thought we decided that is not proved yet.
Was the satellite, when the satellite was exploded?
An unusual amount of radiation, enough to cause mutation under certain circumstances.
Could have happened.
Have a bearing on it.
It does seem to have a bearing.
Will there be a reply for the
later?
Yes.
There will be a reply.
Yes.
Later this afternoon. There will be a report this afternoon.
Well, perhaps there will be a report.
Yes.
A more
Later.
full report. Will you close the window?
We are doing everything possible to solve the problem.
We're hoping to get some further explanation of this.
We've heard all we need to know. We have to try to get out of here.
He said the rescue stations have doctors and medical supplies. If we could get care in there, we could get help for her.
Belmo is one of the world's foremost authorities on space science and technology.
Willard. I saw a sign that said Willard.
It's only about 17 miles from here.
You know this area. You from around here?
Judy and I are both from around here. We were on our way up to the lake to go swimming, and Judy had a radio, and we heard the first reports about this. So we knew the old house was here, and we came in and found the lady upstairs dead. Then these other people came. We went down into the basement and put a bar across the door, and it is pretty strong.
How could we possibly get away from here? We've got a sick child, 2 women, 1 woman out of her head, 3 men, and the place is surrounded with these things.
For NASA. Dr. Grimes, your entire staff, I know, has been working very hard to find some solution to these things that are happening. Do you have any answers at this time?
Yes, we have some answers. But first, let me stress the importance of seeking medical attention for anyone who's been injured in any way. We don't know yet what complications might result from such injuries.
How bad has your kid been hurt?
What you need? Say hello.
Look, you go down there and tell Judy? Yeah, you tell Judy to come up here and you stay with the kid, all right?
In the cold room at the university, we had a cadaver from which all 4 limbs had been amputated. Sometime early this morning, it opened its eyes and began to move its trunk. It was dead, but it opened its eyes and tried to move.
They want you upstairs. Did she ask for me?
She hasn't said anything.
I don't understand. Baby. It's Mommy.
I heard. I'll come back down as soon as I find out what they want.
Thank you, Judy.
The body should be disposed of at once, preferably by cremation.
Well, how long after death, then, does the body become reactivated?
It's only a matter of minutes.
Minutes? Well, that doesn't give people time to make any arrangements.
Oh, you're right. It doesn't give them time to make funeral arrangements. The
You need
bodies
to
must
shoot
be
them.
carried to the street and burned. They must be burned immediately. Soak them with gasoline and burn them. The bereaved will have to forego the dubious comforts that a funeral service will give. They're just dead flesh and dangerous.
I see.
Judy, I need you to find some bedspreads or sheets to tear up into small strips, okay? Is there a fruit cellar here?
Yes.
We need some bottles or jars. Make Molotov cocktails and hold them off while we try to escape.
Hey, there's a big can of kerosene down there.
I'll see what I can find.
I'll look for the bottles.
There's a big key ring down there. There may be a key to the gas pump on it.
I'll check.
We can toss the cocktails from a window upstairs. Meantime, a couple of us can go out and try to get the gas and come back for the rest of the people.
But that'll leave a door open someplace.
Yeah, that's right. It better be this door. It's closer to the truck. Before we go out, we'll put some supplies behind the cellar door. While we're gone, the rest of you can hold up in there.
I found some fruit jars in the cellar. And there's a key on here that's labeled for the gas pump out back.
I'm not really that used to the truck. I found it abandoned.
I can handle the truck, no sweat.
How convenient.
You're it, then. You and I'll go.
Also, does anybody else see
We'll
the
put
flaw in
whatever
this plan?
lumber we
Let's
find
hurl.
behind the cellar door.
flaming kerosene.
You can go upstairs and toss the cocktails in my window.
While our
Tom, you
comrades are trying to get very flammable
After you toss
gas.
the cocktails, you hustle back down here and lock this door. It's no good to board it up because we'll have to get back in quickly. After we get the gas and get back into the house,
That's
then you worry about getting everybody into the truck. And let's move it.
No place to flee safely, except to the rescue stations which have been set up. Indications are that before this emergency is over, we will need many, many more such rescue stations.
I'm bald and angry.
You always have a smile for me. How can you smile like that all the time?
Scissors.
How many do you have done? Come on, honey, we gotta move.
I smile because I love scissors.
Tom, are you sure about the phone?
The phone is dead out. All you get is a recorded message.
If I could only call the folks. They're going to be so worried about us.
Everything will be all right. As soon as we get to Willard,
Well, it's
we'll
not
call
really
them.
dead
They
then
might
if
even be
there's a
there.
message.
I know. Tom,
Everything will be all right.
Are you sure
When we get out of here,
we're
I'll
right,
even get a
Tom?
better haircut.
What, about getting out of here?
yeah.
Well, the television said that's the right thing to do. We've got to get to a rescue station.
I don't know.
Come on, honey, you're starting to sound like Mr. Cooper now.
Why
Maybe
do
that's
you
what the
have to
scissors
go
are for.
out there?
Look, I know how to handle that truck, and I can handle the pump. Ben doesn't know
We're just
anything
waiting
about
for him
that
to
stuff.
return and just needs the right
We're
opportunity
safe
to
in
bring up
here.
For
the
how
idea of
long,
his
honey?
nurse.
We're safe now, but there's going to be more and more of
No,
those
he
things.
can handle
I
the
know
pump.
all that.
That he can.
But remember, this is old school. They're supposed to be wholesome. Remember, this is
Remember
1960s.
when we had the big flood? Remember how difficult it was for us to convince you that it
Values
was
were
right to
different
leave? Remember we had to go to Willard then? This isn't a passing thing, honey.
Yeah.
It's not like just a wind passing through.
He's
We've
trying to
got to
tell
do
you.
something, and
Yeah, the
fast.
60s weren't entirely wholesome.
Not the latter half.
He looks like he's tried to get in the Studio 54 more than a few times.
Smiley, where's that big smile for me? Boy, you're showing no use at all, are you? We got work to do, honey. And you...
Feels like that was a weak kiss.
We better get her downstairs.
We have to go downstairs now, Barbara.
She's right.
I can't believe she is just really that jacked up still.
Then we can all leave.
Oh, I'd like
You have to go downstairs or they're going to get you, Barbara.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Now that's what I would have done. Like I would have been like, you know what? Okay, if you guys want to go down there, we'll seal you down there. Whatever supplies you got and stuff like that, we'll take it all and then we'll just seal you down there.
Without supplies to survive.
Nope, they would have had to make a decision.
You guys want to be eaten or starve to death?
Yeah, make a decision.
Ready upstairs?
Yeah, my decision would have been like, the white wine, please.
Throw
big
it.
old bedpost.
There we go. Now that's what I'm talking about. You missed the earlier scene, man, where the black dude walked out and this dude actually had a couch that was on fire and something to throw that was on fire, and he didn't do nearly this much damage.
Yeah, you notice dumbass is throwing a fire
at the car. Yeah, I know. We're just not gonna talk about that.
No, we're gonna talk about it.
No, we're not gonna talk about that because we already know it's wrong.
I'm going with him.
Get back in the cellar.
I'm going.
I'll defeat the zombie by tearing his shirt.
Yes. But in reality, that's the first place I would have actually thrown like a Molotov to blow the car up to kill the zombies.
Unless you're coming, come on! Get in!
The head, Captain. The head.
Yeah, you realize that did nothing to deter that zombie dude.
It's like they clearly don't know. This is at the point to where they didn't know. Shoot him in the head to kill him.
I love how really unperturbed that the zombie is. Like, oh crap, my shirt's on fire. Well, whatever.
It's kind of interesting, like, what you missed when you were gone is that, did you know that there are actually, like, every classification of zombie in this film? Like the fast-moving zombies, the strong, like, essentially every zombie that you saw in Resident Evil, including Crimson Heads, exists in this film.
Come on! This key won't work.
I didn't know George Romero did fast zombies and strong zombies.
Watch the torch!
Okay, well you just messed up, dude.
Fucking idiot. Shoot, no.
You gotta get away from the pump.
I'll be like, we need to get some water.
Shit, I said.
See, that's what I'm talking about. See, that's why he can stay on my team all night. Thank you.
Yeah, no, get the fire close to the truck, dude. Don't put a blanket in the middle of it. Yeah, well, they're dead.
Yeah. Reminds me of Friday the 13th. You going to get away in a car, that's how you get killed.
Come on, come on.
My jacket's gone.
Well, at least they're together.
Right? I believe the translation is, in zombies, you died.
Okay, dude, you've already shot one in the chest, and you know that doesn't do shit.
Now, he's messing up in school. I don't know how he doesn't know this. Sometimes he's a thug, and then sometimes he's dumb.
Come on, let the guy in. He just wants to hang with you, Mr. Cooper.
Team fortified. See, this is something that should exist in Friday the 13th. Team fortified. Because they fortifying that mess together. Unity.
I love the fact that he's fortifying the door with a... He basically used the door to close the door.
Yep. That's all you need to do.
I love that.
That's what you need to do.
It's like that old cartoon bit where like they
did he just sock him?
Bugs Bunny or somebody like locks himself in the house and he just closes a bunch of doors and then locks a bunch of locks on the last door.
Yeah, like that's what happened. Well, what the hell? Why did he just start socking him?
Cause dude fucking wouldn't let him in.
Yeah, but like, okay.
I would have fucking socked his ass too.
Okay.
I would have shoot him, socked and shoot.
Okay, so you said as soon as we lock the doors, okay, I'm gonna beat your ass. Okay, I understand. All right.
Okay, come on. That truck exploded.
Yeah, like twice, right?
There should be less of that truck left.
Like, that truck shouldn't even exist. There shouldn't be no bodies. You shouldn't be walking close to it talking about barbecue brains? Nope. Nope.
I don't think zombies like cook meat. I like how that last zombie just kind of she just reached in and she's like, oh man, there's nothing left.
How's those manwich? I hope they're good. And he's looking at this like, you know what? I just want to leave this house. I don't want to be on. I don't want to be here.
3 o'clock yet. There's supposed to be another broadcast at 3 o'clock.
10 minutes.
Oh, only 10 more minutes?
It's not 3 o'clock yet. You shouldn't be sitting in a chair by yourself with stuff on your
We
face.
can leave.
We only do that at 3 o'clock.
Oh, we better leave soon. It's 10 minutes to 3.
You know anything about this area at all? I mean, is Willard the nearest town?
Yes, we know what time it is, lady.
I don't know.
It's not 3 o'clock.
We were just trying to get to a motel before dark.
You said those things turned your car over. You think we can get it back on its wheels and drive it? Where is it?
Seems like it was pretty far away. Seems like we ran.
Forget it. It's at least a mile.
Johnny has the keys.
You're gonna carry that child a mile through that army of
We
things
ran
out
so
there?
far
I
away.
can carry the kid. What's wrong with her? How'd she get hurt?
No.
One of those things
Johnny
grabbed
had
her.
the keys.
Bit her on the arm.
What's wrong?
Who knows what kind of disease those things carry? Is she conscious?
Barely.
She can't walk. She's too weak.
She ain't weak. She's
Well,
just
one of
playing
us can try to
sweet.
get to the car.
You're gonna turn it over by yourself?
You can't
We
start
will
the
drag
car.
her
Johnny
raggedy
has
ass
the
to the
keys.
car tonight. We'll do it.
Oh, no.
We got to go.
No,
Where?
Carol Ann needs to be left behind.
Yeah, I know. But where is it?
She's gonna be a Zambo.
Good Lord.
And okay, that's why I understand they didn't keep the TV on, because they didn't want to keep sound, because they didn't want to bring the zombies. You still got your boxers on, man? Good job.
By scientists at all the radiation
Oh,
detection stations.
he might be a zombie, but he's got a
This
sense
hour,
of decency.
They report the level of the mysterious radiation continues to increase steadily. So long as this situation remains,
Nobody wants to see Zombie Dom.
warn that dead bodies will continue to be transformed into the flesh-eating ghouls. All persons
Nah, it
who
would probably
die
look pretty
during this
nasty.
crisis, from whatever cause, will come back to life to seek human victims unless their bodies are first disposed of by cremation. Our news cameras have just returned from covering such a search and destroy operation against the ghouls, this one conducted by Sheriff Conan McClellan in Butler County, Pennsylvania. So now let's go to that film report. All law enforcement agencies and the military have been organized to search out and destroy the marauding ghouls. The Survival Command Center at the Pentagon has disclosed that a ghoul can be killed by a shot in the head or a heavy blow to the skull. Officials are quoted as explaining that since
Like,
the
teach
brain
me
of
how
a
to
ghoul
do
has
this.
been activated by the radiation, the plan is kill the brain and you kill the ghoul.
Thank you. Why was that not your first freaking report?
Hey, Cass, put that thing all the way in the fire. We don't want to get
Hold on, are they ghouls or are they zombies?
Chief
Monster
McClellan,
manual
how's
clearly
everything
states they are
going?
different.
things aren't going too bad. Men are taking it pretty good. You want to get on the other side of the road over there?
Chief, do you think we'll be able to defeat these things?
Well, it was also
we
a
killed
different
19 of
time,
them
so
today
they will
right
call
in this
them
area.
ghouls.
Those last 3 we caught trying to claw their way
And
into
or
an abandoned
zombies.
shed. They must have thought somebody was in there. There wasn't, though. We heard them making all kind of noise. We came over and beat them off, blasted them down. Yeah, okay.
Chief, if I were surrounded by 6 or 8 of these things, would I stand a chance with them?
Well, there's no problem. If you had a gun, shoot him in the head. That's a sure way to kill him. If you don't,
beat
get
'em
yourself
off.
a club or a torch. Beat him or burn him. They go
Why
up
are you
pretty
so
easy.
nasty?
Well, Chief McClellan, how long do you think it will take you until you
Because-
get the situation under control?
Well, that's
I'm
pretty hard to
riffing.
say.
That's
We don't know how
idiots.
many of them there are. We know when we find them, we can kill them.
Are they slow
Don't
moving,
nobody
Chief?
want no
Yeah,
zombie
they're
nut
dead.
juice
They're
flying around.
all messed up.
Well, apparently
Well,
these
in
guys do.
time, would you say you ought to be able to wrap this up in 24 hours?
Rather beating off
Well,
zombies.
We don't really know. We know we'll be into it most of the night, probably into the early morning. We're working our way toward Willard, and we'll team up with the National Guard over there, and then we'll be able to give a more definite view.
Thank you very much, Chief McClellan. This is Bill Cardill, WIC TV 11 News.
Thank you, Bill, for that report. Official spokesman declined to speculate just how long it may take to kill off all the flesh eaters, so long as the heavy rain.
All right, that means it's time to represent immediately.
Is the fuse box in the cellar?
I don't know.
Well, as long as they don't make it to
Isn't the
Raccoon
fuse?
City.
The power lines are down. Helen, I have to get that gun.
Haven't you had enough?
But 2 people are dead already on account of that guy. Take a look out that window, kid.
I do appreciate that they refer to him as that guy. George Romero was at least sensitive to that. See, he knows how to work it.
You drop this. Do you have a moment to hear about our Lord and Savior, Zombie Jesus?
We want your brains. 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 We want brain.
Frankenstein.
And he's looking at the gun, and she's looking at the gun, and it's like, dude, somebody pick up the damn gun.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You want to stay up here now? Helen, get in the cellar.
Man, I will open up the window, let a zombie fly in, and catch him. Okay, that works too. Ugh. Wow, dude, how did he get his leg to do that? Did you see that? Like the position his leg hit was like, I don't think that was weird. I don't think that was real. I think that was a prosthetic. But that was cool.
You're a prosthetic. Yeah, don't move or nothing, lady. I mean, they didn't even really have you before. Just, you know, you could have moved. Daddy needs a little mustard. Hug. Hug.
Brain, mommy.
Spade? Oh shit, mommy's about to get spayed. Man, I hope when I die, my screams have that echo effect.
And no, you don't.
Sure I do. I want to freak some people out.
Yeah, well, that would be high if you would freak some people out when you die, but it will already freak them out because you died. So that's already enough of an event.
Yeah, but the echo just happens.
There's Johnny with his driving gloves.
Oh man, you know, that was a missed joke. That was a missed joke.
He got the driving gloves on, man.
You want to know your missed opportunity? He's coming through the door. You could have gone with "Here's Johnny." Disappointed in you.
Nah, dude, he's a zombie. He doesn't speak, so that's why I was thinking the same thing.
But I thought Johnny was the idiot.
Dark meat. Dark meat.
We're coming to get you, Barbara. We're coming to get you, Barbara. He didn't lie. They really were coming together.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit. Clancy Brown's in the house now.
Yeah, dude. Like, this is the scene from Thriller where they all close in on the last survivor.
Oh shit, there's Betty White.
Dang, how old was she in this? She was probably like 30.
Yeah, well, she stays alive because when the other Golden Girls passed away, she got their life force. They passed on their power to her. It was their quickenings because there can be only one.
He's like, you want some brain? Man, last survivor. Last survivor. Wouldn't that be horrible, man?
Wait, where's Barbara?
She's dead.
Okay, that's right. The remake was different. She lived in this guy, though.
Yeah, like the original, he is the last survivor. Like, isn't that so screwed up, dude?
Yeah.
Like to do that big ass struggle, and at the end of the day, dude, it's just you.
Yeah. I get the sawhorse and saw some wood.
Like, man, like you don't even know what to do because they're in the house, they're outside the house, like they're everywhere. What do you do when you're surrounded?
Not have to. I mean, I have yet to see him reload that gun, so I'm sure he's got enough ammunition to take out every one of them.
Yeah, they had to get down there. But we're on the next scene, so it seems like it's quiet, oddly. I guess zombies go to sleep during the day.
Yeah, it's like zombie vampires.
I guess.
Zompires. And we got zombies with guns.
Nah, it's in the dogs. Like nowadays they would have put it in the dogs.
Hey, Vince.
And they got transmitted to
we
the
want to get
humans.
about 4 or 5 men and a couple dogs. There's a house over here behind those trees. We want to go check it out. Frank, you stay here, Bill.
Yeah, Chief, we're going to stay with it till we meet up with the National Guard.
Where'd you get the coffee?
One of the volunteers. You're doing all the work. You take it.
Thank you.
Does he just have a bunch of cigars stuffed in his hat?
We'll probably get into Willard then.
Is that what that is?
You know, I think he does.
Nick, you and the rest of these men want to come with me?
Like 1, 2, 3, at least 3.
All right, Steve. Tell them we're going to stay with it, and everything appears to be under control.
Roof. Man, he's still there. All right, I just want to prepare everybody for what you're about to see. If there are any kids in the room right now, please remove your children from the room. Please remove them from the room if they are not ready to see something very horrible. Let's go.
They need you down there by the barn.
Yeah, zombie car, shoot it.
Some of these guys can follow the wagon down. I only need a few men to check out the house.
False alarm, it's just a stage wagon.
Somebody had a cookout here, Vince.
Yeah, sure looks like it, Cop.
What's that smell? I smell belt onions.
So I'm just saying, you guys are getting the idea of what's going on, so please don't take it as racial profiling.
He's the dead one. Get up here. Nick, Tony, Steve.
Oh, damn. Just right in the face. Ah! My eyebrows. He looks like a fat Howard Stark.
You, drag that out of here and throw it on the fire.
The guy with the
Nothing down
cigars
here?
in his hat.
All right, go ahead down and give him a hand. Let's go check out the house, man.
There's something there. I heard a noise.
All right, Vince, hit him in the head, right between the eyes. Good shot. Okay, he's dead. Let's go get him. That's another one for the fire.
Yes. Yes, that's it. So that's why I put that warning out there. That was it.
Keep those dogs back off of those things.
So that was a whole Night of the Living Dead movie, man. This is the movie that presented us with zombies for the very first time. The whole concept of it, the whole idea of it. And it is a classic and it is a legend because it is an idea that was never put on to cinema before. And
I just want to say really quick that I love the fact that the character Judy was played by a woman named Judy.
Yeah, that's cool.
I always get a kick out of it when an actor plays a character whose name their same first name.
Yeah, like sometimes you'll get that.
How confusing / easy does that make it?
Yeah, like sometimes you'll get that. Where you'll get the characters are named after their same names.
Or even better, when there's another character in the movie who has the actor's name. That's got to be confusing as hell.
Hey, Randy, light these torches over here. Way in the back, way in the back.
Like, I've seen that from a bunch of old school series. So, what we're watching now is the aftermath. This is the aftermath of what everybody is doing to the bodies and the cities and everything that are inhabited with the dead. So, that was great. Thank you guys so much for coming out and checking out the movie. I'm gonna go ahead.
I'm putting up with my riffs.
Huh?
Thank you for that too.
Huh?
So I'm putting up with my riffs.
Okay.
Because I'll always have comments for a movie.
Well, thank you very much for being with me, man. Thank you, chat, for being with me. Tartan, Eyeliner Bunny Gaming. I see y'all. I feel y'all. I'm glad y'all came through. I know where y'all came from, and I know East Dad sent you.
I don't know y'all, but thank you for being here. And we'll be back soon on the main channel with more game stuff. Very soon.
Yeah. Yeah, we will.
Yeah, stream ban gets lifted not next week, the week after. So about a week and a half.
So we'll see it soon.
Yeah.
But thank you all for coming and joining us for this movie. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys just enjoyed watching the movie, looking at how it looked. I mean, it's very old school, but just looking at how old school stuff and very basic stuff can just mesmerize you. And how it could be the same thing as all the special effects. Like back in the day, it was because they didn't have special effects that they used to have to do things to make you imagine stuff in your mind. But nowadays, they use special effects so you don't have to imagine stuff in your mind. There's no films that don't make you imagine anymore. So I'm glad you guys got to see that. It's a classic. George Romero. Anyway, let's go ahead and bring this to an end. Thank you so much, Crow, for joining me.
Hey, not a problem.
And thank you so much, chat, for being here. You guys are awesome. Love you, ladies. Have a good night. We're going to go ahead and call it.
Yeah, I'm going to give y'all some subs, too, because... Well, just because...
All right.
We appreciate you.
Yes,
y'all have
indeed.
a good night.
Yes, indeed. All right. And ending in 3, 2, 1.
Bye.